guys, it's Jen here from Running for My Life, and today we are going to be talking about Disney Vacation Club. We have been members with Disney Vacation Club. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. We have been members with Disney Vacation Club since 2012. Our family has enjoyed dozens of vacations since that time, and we have had such a great experience. And so I always get questions about it, and they always want to know what made us buy, how did we buy, and I'm not going to get into all of the details of Disney Vacation Club and how it works. I hope that you'll go right here on YouTube. There's tons of great videos. Some are produced by Disney, some are by other YouTubers that talk about it. It is basically a timeshare. You purchase a certain amount of points, and you can use those points every year. Some times of the year are more points than others, and obviously the bigger room you stay in, if you're in a 2-bedroom villa, a 1-bedroom villa, or a studio, you'll pay a different amount of points, and how you use those points is up to you. But we have had, oh my gosh, so many amazing memories. And when we purchased, we actually bought on the resale market. So in a minute, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But I have really nothing but good to say about purchasing our membership. Having said that, there are a few things that people wish they had known before they bought Disney Vacation Club. It is a big investment, so you want to know what you're getting into. I'm actually part of a Facebook group that is just for Disney Vacation Club members, and they were so sweet. I went on there and I said, okay, you guys, tell me honestly, what do you wish you knew before you purchased Disney Vacation Club? And 3 main things kept coming up over and over and over again, and so I'm going to go over those with you today to hopefully give you just an idea of some things that you need to be aware of before you make such a major financial investment and decide that you want to hear that welcome home every time when you go on vacation. The number one thing people talked about is they wish they had known that it is very difficult to get into certain resorts during certain times of the year. If you are a last minute planner, a person who maybe 2-3 months before a vacation wants to pick up the phone and go for a week and stay, say, at Bay Lake Towers, it's not going to happen. Availability, I can tell you just since 2012 when we purchased our membership, it is becoming harder and harder and harder to get into certain resorts. There are more Disney Vacation Club members competing with you for that room, and you really need to be planning in advance. So you want to buy into the resort where you could see yourself staying. For example, if your home resort was Old Key West, at the 11-month mark, you would be able to call 11 months in advance and make that reservation for 1 week for your family, or 3 days, 2 days. The amount of time doesn't matter. It's not like other timeshares where you have to purchase a week at a time. And you'll probably be able to get in. If, however, you want to stay at the new Copper Creek Villas, you have to only call 7 months in advance. At 7 months before your reservation, you can call. I can tell you from firsthand experience, for Marathon Weekend last year, I tried at the 7-month mark to make reservations, and there was nothing anywhere on Disney properties. There was nothing at Saratoga Springs, there was nothing at Old Key West, and I was basically just out of luck. That can and will happen, especially if you're traveling during busy times of the year. And Disney Vacation Club members, their busy time of year may be unexpected. Marathon Weekend, for example, Food and Wine Festival, those rooms typically are booked at the 11-month mark. So if you are a planner, if you are buying into a resort where you really want to stay, you'll be fine, because it's rare that at the 11-month mark you would not be able to book at your home resort. Okay, so maintenance fees. Maintenance fees you're gonna pay every year, and they are going to go up. There is a cap on how much they can go up per year. I think currently it's 3%, and I believe that that is capped out for the entire time of your membership. If that's not correct, I'll put a little thing on the screen saying that I got it wrong. But for example, we own 150 points at Vero Beach. Now, Vero is one of the higher per point for maintenance fees because it's on the ocean and they have things like hurricanes. And so we pay $8.53 a point for maintenance, which means last year our maintenance bill was $1,279. You're going to pay those maintenance fees every single year of your membership, in our case until 2042 when our membership expires. That's a lot of money. Now, I can tell you that with that $1,279, we stayed last year, I think, 8 nights in various size accommodations and different places on Disney property. We really stretched our points. We stayed in studios several times, and I actually had some points that I borrowed. But even if that was only 5 nights, you can do the math. For $1,279, 5 nights at a deluxe Disney resort, you're not gonna get that. I mean, if you average, last time I checked, the cheapest you could get in, for example, to the Polynesian was like $500 a night. So that would be $2,500, and that's just for a studio room. That wouldn't even be for a villa. So the savings really do add up. I feel like we get our value out of it, but your experience may vary, and you need to understand you're signing a binding contract. Unless you sell your contract, you have to pay those maintenance fees every single year. So when you consider the length of your contract, that can really, really add up. And it's something a lot of people don't consider when they sit down and do the math and figure out if this is a good idea for their family. Some resorts have less maintenance fees than others. I encourage you to consider that. Even if the maintenance fees were only, you know, $100, $200 less per year than what we're paying at Vero Beach, when you're talking 30 years, that's a lot of money saved. So you may want to consider, if there's 2 resorts that you really like, one has less maintenance fees than the other, that could be a really good part of your decision-making process. Okay, finally, the thing that people wish that they had known about Disney Vacation Club before they bought is the resale market. Now, buying a resale timeshare might seem a little sketchy to you. I want to reassure you, as someone who has done it twice, we have 2 contracts. Both contracts we use the timeshare store, dvc/resales.com. I'll put a link down below. They were very professional. It is legally binding. They have attorneys. They do all of the things that they're supposed to do. And the way that works is they will list the vacation club properties that they have for sale. Now, depending on the time of year, that can be pretty competitive. So if there's a particular resort that you are wanting to get into, I would develop a relationship with one of the brokers or even several of the brokers, and they'll send you advance emails when they have things come up that meet your requirements. Now, here's the kicker. There are things you will not be able to take advantage of if you buy resale. You will not be able to get discounts on your annual passes. You will not be able to get merchandise discounts. You cannot attend special events like the Disney membership cruise that they do every year. You cannot use your points for the cruise line. You cannot use your points for the concierge level resorts. There's a myriad of things that you are shut out of if you buy resale. However, I just went on to dvcresales.com, and they have a 150-point contract right now that you could sign up to buy tomorrow for $13,500. That same contract purchased direct through Disney would be $21,750. So you would be saving $8,250. Now, for $8,200, you could buy a lot of annual passes. You could buy a lot of merchandise. I enjoy the member perks. We purchased resale before Disney added the restrictions. So, I mean, there are things I like. We're going to Moonlight Magic in July. I'm excited about that. I like visiting the DVC member lounge in Epcot. If someone told me they would pay me $8,250 to not do those things, I would not do them. So, think about it. The thing that you're buying it for is to get a room on vacation. And guess what? Buying resale, you still get all those things. So to me, does it bother me that I can't book a cruise with my points? No, it's a terrible use of your points anyway. I bought my points so that I could stay at Disney resorts. And you know what? That's exactly what I get to do. Please don't let anyone tell you either that you get treated worse because you're a resale buyer. We've had nothing but excellent customer service from Disney on every transaction that we've had. So that is not even a consideration. You are not treated as less than because you bought your contract resale. And it can be a great way to save quite a bit of money on your Disney Vacation Club purchase. Okay, finally, and this is like point number 4. I know I told you there would only be 3, but this is point number 4. There was a lot of people who said the one thing they wish is that they had purchased sooner. They love their membership. They love the family memories that they have. They have loved their experience with Disney. There was one woman in particular, and I want to share you her story. Her name is Liz, and this is what she said. I wish I had known what a huge comfort it would be We bought a week before my partial mastectomy, which was followed by 9 months of chemo and radiation. And at the end, we celebrated with our first DVC stay. There is something about owning part of the magic and knowing that that's a place that your family is going to be able to go year after year. The videos that they put out for Disney Vacation Club that you can watch right here on YouTube or you can watch in your hotel room, oh my gosh, goosies all day long. Because it's really true. I tell people Disney is our lake house. That's the place where my kids have their memories year after year, and I have no regrets about that. So if it's something that you can financially afford, if it's something that you could see you and your family doing year after year, keeping in mind you've got Aulani in Hawaii, you've got Vero Beach, you've got Hilton Head, there's lots of different properties, it might be a really great call for you and your family. At this point in our membership, we do save money, and I do feel really good when I go on there and I realize that our week that we spent, for example, at Old Key West would have cost us $500 a night if we had paid cash, and that we only paid that $1,279 in our maintenance fees. So do your homework. Number one, consider all of the things that we've talked about. Buy where you want to stay. Check out those maintenance fees. Remember that you can buy resale. And if it's right for you, I think you'll be very excited that first time you hear, welcome home.